All right, we're back. I'm still alive and kicking, still upright. That's good. So today we're going to do something different again. Not exactly a restoration, but before I retired, a guy came in. He said, "Hey, I know you like old tools. I got a hammer for you." And this hammer's got a name. This is the head, and it was completely rusted. Her name was Mjolnir, which, if you're into that, that's Thor's hammer. It had some really deep pitting, still does, and the handle was in really tight, but I had to get it out to clean this thing up, and I decided it's not that worth keeping, so I cut it off. I gave this a quick going over, and as you can see, and then I put it away and it rusted again. I think I was on the right track, I just didn't have the drive. But this was sitting here the other day, and I thought, boy, that would make a good handle for Mjolnir. It does have a knot running through right there. So once I get it into the lathe and turn it down a little, we'll see how much that's going to impact it. So this might be a total bust. I weighed this. It's just shy of 8 pounds. So anyway, we're going to take it to the grinder, take it down as much as I can. I don't know. I would love. I've done a few railroad spikes where I've took them down to spit shine. They don't rust. They're so smooth. This has also got a stamp in it of some kind that, who knows what. I think it might have said USA, but it's so far gone I can't keep it. And there is, oh, actually, yeah, 8 pound, 10 ounce. Oh, there is some stuff on here. Okay, well, we'll see what that is when we get it down further. I'm going to set this aside, take some grind on that, and we'll go from there. Hopefully this works out enough to make a video. I've had a few things that haven't lately, so bear with me, and let's get going. All right, safety first. I'm not messing around. I put a brand new 36 grit on there. I pulled out a 60 to follow that up, and a 120, all new, because I don't want to be here all day. So stick with me and we'll see how far it gets. I think I mentioned this in a video before, but if you don't get the pocks out on that first grit, if you don't take it down below, then the subsequent grits aren't going to take it down lower than that. So you have to decide what you're willing to live with. That's warm, so I'm going to approach this carefully. But you can see, maybe you can't, there's still some little divots in it, and I have to decide now, do I go below those? Because when I switch grits, all I'm doing is getting rid of the swirls from this grit. So I think I'm going to go a little deeper, and I'm not going to sit here and make you watch all that, but ooh, look how shiny already. I'll take it down through the 36 and I'll show you again. All right. She's been gone over completely with 36 grit. So the next thing I took out everything, I think. The next phase is to go around and see, like right there is a little tiny, right there, little pock mark. That was a divot. Now it's tight, but there's still a little tiny bit there. I see a little tiny one here, so I'm gonna go do some touch-ups and hit those spots before I go down to the next grit. But she's looking pretty cute. Oh, wait a minute. And I think I need do a little on that tail. I'm gonna let her cool down a little bit. I mean, I can handle it, but it's not comfortable. And I don't wanna go too hot on it. And then these little face facets here in the corner, I think I need to get my Dremel out and attack that a little bit. I don't think I have, this isn't gonna get into there. So hopefully the Dremel will catch up to where we're at with the grinder. So we'll see. Hang on. All right, I'll probably show you on the next grit. I went ahead and switched to my 60 grit, and I went over it again. Two things when you switch grits. One, you're trying to take out all the swirls and the lines left by the heavier or the lower grit, the 36 grit. So the 60 should only be taking out what the 36 has done. You may, while you're doing it though, expose other little divots that you didn't see. I found one big one. Luckily I didn't have to switch back up. I was able to get it out with the 60 grit. And so now I just went and did another inspection. When I switch to, and then I'll switch to the 120. That's the highest grit I have for the grinder. So we'll see where that leaves it. Lastly, the longer you took on the 36 grit, the less time it's going to take on the 60 and the less time it's going to take on the 120 and so on. It's that initial getting the uck out of it that's hardest. So we'll go through the 120 now. Okay, I took it down pretty far. It's still a big handle, but it's my size. I got a little chip out here, which is fine because that'll just be one of the sides that I flatten a little bit. I cut in to part it, but I'm going to do most of it by saw because I don't want it to go flying. Woo-hoo. There she is. It's a pretty short handle because that's a pretty heavy hammer. So I'll go to work on getting it down to final shape, and we'll move back on to some more polishing. So what I've been doing is I threw a 80 grit on the strip sander, and I'm just bringing it down. Got the front marked, or what I want to be the front, and I'm and keep popping it in and out because we want it to fit down in nice and smooth all the way down, making sure that it stays mostly straight. It's not too bad. And I'm going to I had to stop and take a break, but I'm going to put my dust mask on and get back to it, and you can watch for a bit because I'm going to make you. Then we're going to try those conditioning belts on the head here and see what they do. I don't know if that's going to be any good, but we'll try it. So you see what I'm doing? I'm just going to keep doing it, and I'm not going to bore you with it. This is why I sound funny. Well, she's not perfect, but I did want to show you. Somebody had welded. God, I don't know if you can see it. Somebody welded the name Jim Miller and then ground it off, and it leaves this faint outline of the name. God, maybe when I get it finished, it'll show up better. I hope. It's pretty cool, though. It just kind of showed itself as I was going. Okay. Off to some hand polishing, and we'll go from there. Oh, and the handle should be ready to go in once, but I want to give that a little bit of handwork too, just to make sure it's right where it needs to be. So come on along. And now my favorite, hand sanding. Woohoo! I had this early American stain left over from a project I just finished, the one I didn't record. Maybe I'll show it to you. Refinishing an old trunk. But anyway, I started to record it, and then I got sick, and blah, blah, blah. I think that'll do. It'll hide a lot of, not all, but it'll hide a lot of my impatience. Okay, let's get it put back together. I'm using the name to figure out what's top and bottom. Uh-oh, wrong way. Yeah, it's okay. The wedge will help a lot. Oh, I played around with it and I probably just got it. Yep. Poor Jim. Hang on. That's a little better. All right. Thank you for tuning in. I'll try and get some shots of the finished product. Again, not perfect, but a lot better than it was. And I have no idea who's going to use it for what. Thanks for coming, guys. We'll see you next week, I hope.